कृपया ध्यान दीजिए. The language used on the podcast may not be fit for consumption. We warn you, tread carefully. But listen, yaar, don't be so conservative.
Bhayo or Ben, not Beno because I have only one sister, so I'll stick with Ben. All other women are not my sisters. Wink, wink. Just want to say, 75 years of India, the country. It was just yesterday, 1947. I remember. I didn't think we'd last for 75 years, and now I look back and say, not bad. From a small country with nothing going for us to now a superpower on the precipice of economic domination and world peace and easy travel. Of course, with VIP movement restrictions all over, so we have come down here and there, but lots of good things also. So this is probably the last time before this Independence Day happens that we meet as a group. Tomorrow is a guest episode. As you know, that's our highest rated episode. Wink, wink again. Let's bring the panel on. I know Ayushi is there. Ayushi and the other two guys don't matter. Bloody.
How can you do that? Like, how can you lead us into being like, just by saying other guests are better, and then you're like, well, now let me welcome today's guest. It's just like.
Well, I also said wink, wink. Being a son of a lawyer,
because
ways, it could mean anything.
That's like a law term. Wink, wink. Is it?
Like, wink is a
Sanskrit. See, a double wink cancels the wink.
Present central government. Don't you dare make fun of it. It's from
two winks, right? It's, two winks act as a double negative. So
it's actually one big word.
Is wink, actually right. Yeah.
One word.
If you wink once, it's like saying no, and then wink is like not no. You know.
Is that the hill that you're... One second. Antariksh, is that the hill that you're going to die on? That two winks is actually yes?
Yeah, I'm too deep into it now. I can't
I
go
don't
back.
think you can run away.
Yeah.
You have to stand your ground, mate. Yeah, good.
This is weird. It's nice. It's good to see you doubling down on
Can we quickly look at our backgrounds for a second and also mention the lovely Dudeja is here after maybe a year or something, I think. You've got a library. Look at her stuff. I mean, she's so sophisticated.
I also got a library. That's too good.
I mean, what have we got there?
All these fake backgrounds. Both are fake backgrounds. I like this.
Yeah. And 50 Shades of Grey.
That is not here. It is not on screen anywhere. You will not find it.
Not safe for podcasts.
This is my podcasting. This was my work from home screen. Everything. This was my.
These are all the smart books behind you.
These are my professional. This was my professional setting for 2 years when we worked.
These are all the books. The guests who come on our show, books we don't read. All the books go there.
All the Harry Potters are in the bedroom shelf. You know?
They die here. Yes. All the books that Cyrus has not read, but he has promoted.
Ayushi, Grim Fandango saying you're in Cambridge. Where did you study your grad and
Cambridge? Yeah,
I went
to.
Yeah, that's true. That's a lie. Right. That's a great one.
No, there's a Cambridge in Mumbai, by the way, which used to teach tuitions.
I used to go to Cambridge bookstore a lot. So I used to frequent a very
As jokes go, we're really on a flyer now. Wink, wink.
This is why I don't like to be at home. I don't think I'm funny at my house. I think I'm only funny in the studio.
This geography reasoning comes with Silverie. If Silverie is there, geography is going to dominate. Always.
Yeah. Exactly, don't worry. I have enough geographical
Where did you go to study?
Stories.
Finish the question.
Oh, I went to Warwick, which is just outside.
Warwick in Birmingham. Yeah, next to where Shakespeare was born. I know. We are geography experts.
Know these words?
Lady Godiva.
Warwickshire
was pretty close.
Who do all these elite people know?
Brian Lara's county, William Shakespeare's county for
exactly Shakespeare.
Where Indians and Pakistanis fight over bread. Don't you know?
Dudu, where did you study? Tell us that.
Study.
I think let's get back to
college, Churchgate Station. Let me.
Exactly.
Doesn't look like
That's
it.
I'm like, was it Warwick and all? Lady Godiva. I've just heard it in some Queen ka lyrics.
Oh yeah, she's a real person. She's a real person.
Yeah.
So she was there.
No, she wasn't there when I was there. She left before me.
Lady Godiva, you're talking about? Queen, which is now a pronoun.
Jokes.
I don't know. I hate
Queen
this podcast.
Is not a pronoun. This is bad.
When four of us are on different laptops away from each other, it's just madness. We should all have our own friends to talk to. I'm going to call 2 friends and I'm going to chat with them on the side. You guys do
I know, we can do 2 podcasts in a podcast. Anyway, this is what
we do that all the time anyway.
Want to teach you anything?
Yeah. Correct.
No, but that happens twice. The amount of times you get comments like there are 2 shows happening within this show. There are 2 shows happening.
Yeah.
Get that. I used to get that in bed, if I may tell you.
Can we just start today's show with wishing everyone...
Okay.
Can we start the show today with wishing everyone a very happy Rakshabandhan? and a happy Thursday.
Oh, now you'll have to say it or we'll look bad, no?
Yeah,
Oh,
correct.
let's hang there for a
What
second.
is this? One second. Is this our Rakhi special? And this is the group
Yes,
of people
this is-
you have
yeah.
assembled?
Your three
Ayushi,
brothers have
you have to
invited
tie us
you.
all Rakhi.
Ayushi, your
No,
three
it's
brothers have
always-
You didn't
invited
tell
you.
me. I would have worn a
Correct.
kurta and come.
Where is-
TV shows.
Where are my
Yes.
gifts? Where are my gifts?
Where are our Rakis? I don't see any Rakis, madam. Sorry.
My care
Madam,
and affection
your bloody
for
sister
you
you
is-
call madam. You
Yeah.
nutcase.
Mem sahab, thoda Rakhi bandhna, please.
Yeah.
India, the country where female identity is always unproven. Sorry.
And we have to keep brothering people so that we feel safe. Like I remember that campaign where they told us to go around tying Rakhis to policemen and law enforcement and any sort of like people that you wanted protection from so that they feel like you're their sister. So they're more likely to protect you. That,
Could you-
I mean, wow.
That is,
Could
you
you-
have to
could we
bribe the
tie it-
cops to protect you.
Could you
also,
please tie it to the
Oh my
VIP so
God.
they don't move? Just tie it and then tie that wrist to like a pillar. So they are stuck there.
What
They
is
stop
this?
moving up and
What is
down.
this VIP obsession of Cyrus?
Let me tell you, Sid,
So-
because
He
you
wants
live,
to be-
it hasn't
he
gone
wants
away,
to be a
man.
VIP.
You live-
Actually,
it's
he
where
wants
you
to be
live,
a
obviously,
VIP.
there is no
Yeah.
VIP. Where I live, this new thing called the VIP movement has gone berserk. So every day, 3 or 4 times
Yeah.
a day, they shut the lights because Saab is moving. Nobody knows which VIP. There are about 36 of them, including foreign
They
dignitaries.
shut the lights.
They put the lights
Okay.
off.
The
Shut the
traffic
lights.
lights.
Bad English, sorry.
Okay.
The signals. The signals are put
The
off.
sig- oh,
Okay,
signals
got it.
off.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Traffic
don't know if you
lights,
can hear the drilling right now. That's VIP movement that's coming through my speakers. And then we just have to sit there. So yesterday I stopped and asked the cop. I began aggressively, but he was so sorry and apologetic. I had to back off. You know, has this ever happened to you when you come like
You
muscle?
backed
Yeah.
off from the
correct,
cops?
correct.
Because I'll play it out. I said I began in Marathi. Kai karto? And then my Marathi ended.
Sorry.
And I said,
Yes.
"Kya ho raha hai?"
Sorry, Sahib, VIP.
Already I'm
Even he
losing
started insulting the
confidence.
VIPs.
Yes.
Even the
No.
cops started shitting on VIPs.
He's already in his mind thought bubble to the other guy saying "yeda," to me and all that. I
Yeah,
can
like
see
he's
that's
done
happening.
with you. He's done
Yeah,
with you.
really. So
Yeah.
I said-
Also, like he's a cop. His dream was to like catch like people and stuff, and
Like-
now you're making him at a
Yeah.
stand at a signal.
He wanted to
Yeah,
catch
yeah,
a really outdated stand-up show,
Yeah.
and he said, "What the hell? Walkeshwar, foot of the area. That's the place to start."
Dude,
But
you show that. I
currently-
think we've talked about this. They show that in movies, right? Where, that used to be, at least in the 90s, used to be a threat to cops. कि मैं
What?
तेरे को traffic duty पे लगा दूंगा. That's a demotion.
Oh,
Right? Traffic duty.
Yeah.
Not in
कि,
Mumbai.
हवलदार
It
बना देंगे
would be.
तुम्हें on traffic duty.
No,
Yeah.
not
It
in
would be a
Mumbai.
Most
demotion
of the
because we have
cops-
to deal with.
Yeah, so most cops in India are, I think, that only, right? It's just they're not, sadly, not living up to their
No,
dreams
but
and their potentials.
you're not understanding my pain because you're talking about general things. My pain is that the brown uniform and the white and blue uniform, they merge in Walkeshwar area. They do each other's duty that they shouldn't be doing.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
the brown
yeah.
guy
That is
is
true.
showing traffic and the other guy is stopping you and telling you to go back. They just do
Yeah.
anything because they're only there to serve the VIP. There's got nothing to do with Samaj Ka Seva, nothing to do with us, nothing to do with
Yeah.
helping the public. It's
You know
only to
who's
do that.
Worse
Yeah.
though, and please, Cyrus, I hope that this triggers you further, is those volunteer cop people that are not like actually.
Yes.
They're not
Wannabe
in
cops.
the
Yes.
the wannabe
How do
cops.
they have
This
time?
isn't- This
Who
They are
has
like
the time?
in Auschwitz.
movement.
In Auschwitz, the worst guards were the guards from the prisoners.
Yes.
If you remember,
Wo-
right? They were the most.
Oh, yeah,
hardcore.
yeah.
We won't
More
go into
brutal.
the Holocaust because it's a bit early in the show for that.
I agree,
think.
but I'm just saying, look, my references are really outdated and sometimes perhaps tragic. But the truth of the matter is that you're right. They were more dangerous than the actual
But
cops.
these are
because they-
people, exactly. And I'm like,
Yeah.
you're not trained. You have no idea what you're doing. And you're one of us. How dare you turn against your own
I wouldn't say one of us, Ayushi. I don't see you dating one of those guys, in the next 6 to
I
7
don't-
months. But
But one
yeah.
second, but the one of us Venn diagram and the people that I would date do not always interested.
When you say one of us, all the males are listening, get hope in their hearts, and they say, yes, one of us, including those who don't wear
That's true. I
uniforms.
apologize.
By the way, can
Sure.
we'll come back to the fight, but Sid, there's 2 comments about you losing weight. You want to just address that? Because you haven't been on our show for a
Yeah.
long time.
Oh
Yeah,
my
for a
god,
while.
is
Yeah.
that
And also,
how can you do this?
Dudu has been doing some great things for the last, since the time he hasn't been on. Like his stand-up career is skyrocketing. He's touring and all.
Is it? Oh, I didn't know that.
Uh,
But okay,
Let me
sure.
build
It
you
is.
up, bro. Let me build you
Ah,
up.
yes. Go for it. And
But yes.
But
also,
Sid,
he
we-
sold out
yeah,
Madison
but-
Square Garden recently. So
Yes, yeah,
that-
he
Wow.
did. Yeah. He sold it
Yes.
out. Yeah.
Wow.
He sold it
Excellent,
out
brother.
for Dave Chappelle, but he sold it out also. Yeah. You know?
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
dude,
He was-
don't take the
promoting
joke
Dave
further
Chappelle.
and further. No, again a Vijayakar moment. It'll just not go anywhere. He
I thought
made
you
his
were going.
point.
I thought you went with like he sold it out like he was selling the tickets.
Oh God,
For-
Ayushi.
On the black
Chappelle,
market,
but he was
outside,
I'm missing
he
the
was, yeah.
police. I'm missing the
He was,
volunteers
Ticketmaster.com.
now. I want to watch
He was,
That's
it.
what happened.
scalping. He was scalping tickets for Dave
These are
Chappelle.
the jokes that I have outside
Yes.
the studio. I'm so
We
sorry.
just want to
Great.
know why he lost weight or how he lost weight. because
Sorry,
that's the
how did
question
you
they're
lose weight?
asking.
Why did
And
we
how much
talk
was
about
it? It looks like
Just-
10, 15
I mean,
kilos.
but it's just like weight training and eating at home, and that's it. Nothing
Weight
else.
training. Take
Wow.
off your shirt.
Sir,
Let me
yeah.
see your traps.
No, you don't
it's
have
not
to. You don't
there
have to.
yet.
It's
No,
fine.
don't say weight training.
Please
I have to.
don't.
Then now I'm interested. Come. Take off
After
your
looking at
shirt off.
Cyrus's traps, I'm like really
No, I'll be able to
insecure.
tell if you're training. Come on, take your shirt off.
No,
And
no,
I
let's
say
not.
this.
Let's
I say
not.
this
You
with
don't have
love.
to.
Ayushi,
Don't
please, when I
give
ask
into
him-
peer
I'm
pressure.
not commenting. I'm not
Yeah.
commenting. on the
Don't give into peer
situation.
pressure, Dudu.
On the day of
Yeah, that's
Rakshabandhan,
not.
one man asking another man, "Show me your traps."
See, Cyrus,
no,
if
and it's not peer pressure.
Silent
Cyrus
witness.
is not my peer. So yeah. There's no peer.
Maro gali.
Cyrus, the problem is that
Yeda.
if people start taking off the t-shirts on this panel, even I will have to, and nobody wants to see me without the
Oh
t-shirt. So
God,
let's not
you
at
spared
all
Ayushi.
go there.
You
No,
spared
one second.
Ayushi.
There
Yeah.
is no-
I
but
was
there
really
is
worried where you
no-
were going with that. Yeah.
There's no compulsion that if one person takes off, everyone has to take things off. That I didn't sign on for that. There
No,
was
but I
nothing
thought it would be.
about that in
It
my
would have to be a
contract.
competition, right? It would have to be a competition. If Dudu takes his shirt
No.
off, and then Cyrus gets jealous. He's like, hey, even I
It's not a
work out,
competition.
and then he takes his shirt off. Right?
Silverie,
Okay,
it's Dumb
I'll
and
just-
Dumber Desi version because three men discussing why we should take our t-shirts off and ignoring the woman. This is Dumb and
Let me
Dumber at
just
its
put it
finest.
this
Yeah.
way. I
Yes.
didn't know that there was. I was fat earlier. Now I am skinny fat. That's the new term. Is what
Yeah,
I've
Okay,
learned
listen.
I get that.
Wait,
I
there's
totally
one more
get it.
question.
Yeah.
Answer the
I
question
get
about the jawline. Okay, can Rishi put up the jawline question again?
What?
Dudu showing off his
Oh, and
jawline
the-
after clean shave, wondering if Silverie has a jawline under the beard.
No,
Good
no
question.
jaw,
Yeah,
just
it's
the line,
yes,
and just
one.
lines, guys. There's no jaw.
It's just neck. It's straight,
Yeah.
just neck.
Yeah,
Neck.
it's just straight up. Yeah. Just.
I
So
had-
yeah, and also you're never gonna see me without a beard because I think this is my look till the day I die. Now it's just become
Silverie,
grayer and then whiter. You know, by the time I become
If
older.
it makes you feel
I have
better.
white beard. That's why I removed it.
Oh, you
white
did?
beard.
That's why. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's why
So,
I have a lot of grey. It's
Yeah.
just natural.
In your beard?
process.
Okay. Wow, Ayushi. Okay.
I shaved today
Get
for
it?
you guys. I did.
Oh, thanks. It looks good. Yeah. You're getting the 5 o'clock shadow. Nice.
Pushed it too far. As
but you
always.
know, no.
As always.
Listen, the beard is the first thing that gets white. Let the older person tell you about how it happens. First, the beard will
Right.
show. Yeah, right there. Then you'll get it in the area where we shouldn't discuss on any medium.
The
with
head.
public
Yeah,
listening.
got it.
That's right. And
There
yeah,
are
so it's-
children on the show.
Yeah, but what happens is it doesn't necessarily come in the front of your hair so fast. So you may not even know how grey you are, but others
Yeah.
will. So it's embarrassing that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
Also,
just
Ayushi,
a
what
warning.
children do you think are watching this show is what I want to know.
No.
I was pointing to
Silverie,
myself. I was pointing to
Silverie.
myself. I am the child that's trapped on
I
the
met
show.
a 14-year-old boy who says he watches the podcast all the time.
Oh, wow.
and I
What?
Hey,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
You should be
And he
under
seems
parental
fairly
guidance
mature.
while watching this
14
show. First, let me just say.
But 14
that's
is
our
that
disclaimer.
horrible age where they're
Yeah.
actually quite adultish, but they look like children still. You know,
But they're
it's,
very impressionable.
Yeah,
Like we
sure,
should not
sure.
be. This is not for 14-year-olds.
it's the age
Yeah.
ISIS recruits that. You're right, but
And
we're
this
not
is
that.
kind of in the same vein. Like these are the same.
I
Like,
wouldn't
we
go
get
that far.
reported on YouTube for the same
We
thing.
are only fighting the oppression
Propaganda.
of our political masters who use the bureaucracy and the machinery under them to do whatever they want to, like go and have holidays
ISIS
in
is like
resorts.
first page. They've written all of this. It's the same
And
thing.
in Warwickshire, this is what they taught you. University of Warwick, rather. Yeah, excellent.
I know it was crazy. Like I went to school with a lot of like champagne socialists, which is like the best way of describing someone who has like a lot of money but is very, very like, I just want to give it all to the people. Give
Oh,
it
wow.
back.
Nice.
Oh.
Nice.
Like, is
Class
it different from
authentic
armchair
accent.
activist?
Note it. Authentic
Champagne
accent on our
socialist.
show.
That's such a great term. Yeah, I love it.
Campaign
Do you have a
socialists and
topic?
armchair activists are
No,
different.
no.
Right?
There's
Okay.
we don't have an anchor.
It's
Who's
similar.
the anchor?
Oh, we don't have. Who's the host?
So I'm the co-host. As again, Cyrus, you are still the host. We are all co-hosts.
I'm
Okay,
not
we
the
just
host.
we serve you.
It was
We
my
serve you,
idea,
Cyrus.
and then like any politician, I kick back and the babus take over. So do it.
No.
He actually
no.
did it so he has to do less work on the show. He
I know, he's
literally
just,
has
like, giving us,
orchestrated
like,
this
okay,
so he can do
guys.
less work.
Exactly. But as co-host,
can't
let
Sid
me
be-
introduce the first topic of the
Why
day.
can't
if you
Sid be
don't
the
mind.
co-host? He's not done any work except weight training and running and fasting and all that.
Actually, you know what? Why don't
No,
you
what
host
I
the show?
thought-
You see just how insane it is as an experience. Like it's a full
not-
range of human emotion.
Ayushi, he's not here out of choice. His
Oh.
cousin and Amit's brother-in-law, there's some link here. Otherwise, there's no way we
Oh,
get
what
this
is
guy.
this?
He's
This
doing
week,
really well.
this week we have like a whole bunch of new people. It's amazing. So what, Antariksh, we're
Yeah.
not good enough for you that you started getting famous comedians
Which
now?
new people? Sid is not
yes.
new. He's just not
Yes,
come here.
Ayushi.
Yesterday we
He's
had
been on-
Harsh.
But Harsh works in the office when nobody's there. We put him
Yeah,
in.
Harsh.
Don't
That's
you know
exactly what
rules?
happened. Harsh works in the office.
And
and
Sid
when
actually has been on
somebody
quite a
was
few times.
not
Only
there.
during the pandemic onwards, we
Yeah.
haven't seen him because he was
Yeah.
helping the poor. He was helping
Dudu
old
used to be one of
people
our regulars even
With
before you,
my
Ayushi.
champagne, I was helping the
with
poor
his champagne in one
Yeah.
hand and his what in
Yes.
the other hand. Auntie, I'm sorry about that.
Cheers.
I'm a sex addict.
Yeah.
Cheers. What?
Ah. Cheers.
I want that.
All I heard was cheers and then sex addict. That's just
Yeah.
stupid.
All right. First topic, talking about sex. Well, great way to talk about the first topic. So basically,
Shreyas would have done it like that. Shreyas would have given us
our favorite.
Yeah.
Shreyas would have been like, guys, yesterday I was having sex, and you know what? I remembered something else about sex that I would like to bring up today. Yeah. Anyway, shout out Shreyas. Mukesh Khanna, the Shaktimaan, our favorite
actor.
Yes, the actor is getting trolled for saying.
I thought it was bad news. I mean, like
No,
really
for-
bad news. Like
he's getting
Shaktimaan
trolled.
coming back.
that it is, by the way. There are rumors that Ranveer Singh is going to be playing the next Shaktimaan.
Oh my god.
In the
In
remake.
wearing the same underwear.
Why can
Or
you
the movie
see
of
it
it.
though? Like you can see it though.
You can
like,
see
when
it.
you say that,
Yeah.
it's not a crazy sentence.
Yeah.
It won't be his worst film. Come on.
It won't be his worst. That's
And
true.
his best also.
Yeah.
So it'll be somewhere in the middle, you know.
Listen, I'm going to say it.
Yeah.
This is a confessional. I am a Ranveer Singh fan. So
I think
I
90%
bought
of the
that.
people are Ranveer Singh
I
fans.
just like
Why
his
this like a
photos.
confession?
It's
yeah.
difficult.
The
Yeah, it's
photos
difficult
I
not
really
to
like,
be
and I have his
a
pictures
Ranveer Singh
everywhere.
fan. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sid looks a
he's
bit like
Cyrus's
Ranveer
body
Singh.
goals.
Okay, let's talk about.
Cyrus
Let's do it, guys. Let's finish this debate once and for all. Ranveer or Ranveer?
Ranveer.
What do you guys?
Ranveer.
No, Ranveer.
Veer?
Ranveer.
Ranveer.
Cyrus is
Ranveer.
saying the
His
Kapoor.
mic is not even plugged
Ranveer
in.
Kapoor.
Oh, I like
You're saying
Ranveer
Ranveer
Singh.
Kapoor. No, Ranveer Singh, I would say right now, dude,
But-
because I
but
saw
the Kapoor-
Shamshera, and it is one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
That is
And
And I haven't
Haters
seen
of
a movie of
nepotism on
Ranveer
this
Singh's which
show,
is as
Cyrus.
bad.
I
So
have seen them drink, and once the respect I have for them as drinkers, that puts in another category.
But
because
that's
those are
not
my
right
real
because
heroes.
the other
dude,
one
I've
is,
seen
one
Ranveer
is
Singh
a
do
Kapoor.
cocaine.
He has the
It's way better.
genetic-
Sorry,
Ran-
just joking.
The cocaine is too vicious, yeah. There's a certain romance with just drinking, yeah.
Ranveer
wait,
has
so
the
you
Kapoor
can-
genes. He can drink anyone under the table. He is a Kapoor at the end of the day.
He
It's
is a
like
Kapoor.
it's a great
Yeah.
talent. Ranveer
Yeah.
Singh
Yeah,
as an actor, though, I think he's still more
Is
entertaining.
next level right now. Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
think
I
that's
want to know
unfair.
what
Ranveer.
how did you take this decision
Ranveer.
between why Ranveer can't drink as much as Ranveer? Is that like your
Yeah, that
That's
doesn't.
one
That's
of
not
the
even close. I think
criteria.
Ranveer also has
And
great
Ranveer-
capacity.
Ranveer is a better footballer, so this is good dinner time
Again,
conversation for me.
just because you haven't seen Ranveer play.
Ranveer
He's
is
a
okay, he's not
professional
bad.
basketball
He's very
player.
athletic.
Ranveer has been a
But
professional basketball player.
Ranveer is good at his job.
He went to the NBA's and
Yes,
he
went to
thank
the
you very
NBA,
much.
correct.
That-
Yes.
I mean,
that should
come
end-
on.
What's it? That should end the debate. Ranveer is good at his job. Something none of
Yes.
us know how to do.
Great.
But he
That
does.
should.
But-
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
correct,
do
but
like
we
the job.
are consumers, so we can like definitely critique.
I'm not a
So yeah,
consumer.
Ranveer.
Unless he
In our
works in one
esteemed
genre,
opinion.
which is nearly there, though, of course.
Yeah.
Shall we get back to Shaktimaan?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Because I think
All
What
right.
Ayushi is
happened to
reminding
him?
us.
So Mukesh Khanna is being trolled for saying this.
Oh, I remember that.
कोई भी लड़की अगर किसी लड़के को कहे कि आई वांट टू हैव सेक्स विद यू, वो लड़की लड़की नहीं है, वो धंधा कर रही है, क्योंकि इस तरह की निर्लज्ज बातें कोई सभ्य समाज की लड़की कभी नहीं करेगी, और अगर वो करती है तो वो सभ्य समाज की नहीं है, वो उसका धंधा है, ये आप उसमें भागीदार मत बनिए. इसीलिए
Oh, he's the Khap Panchayat spokesperson. You didn't mention that. Yeah. I wonder
So-
what he's doing all these years. Huh.
So
At
he
least for the
said
first
this.
time, he's giving instructions to men rather than
Yeah.
like women.
And said, who's the guy who's
Also,
actually listening
dude,
to
it's
him,
very
taking
sad.
out notes? Hanji,
Yeah.
sahi bola. Haan.
Man, it's very sad to see that no girl has ever wanted to have sex with Mukesh Khanna, man. It's just, he's just
I mean,
their
he's
entire
so
life.
clear.
He goes to red light districts and all these women are just throwing themselves at me. What is going on? Why is everyone so
He
attracted
has
to him?
never been approached by a woman. That's like
Yeah.
a fact now.
That is now a fact,
very
yes.
clear because he's never been approached by a woman.
One more
telling
fact.
him that.
He will never ever
Yeah,
be approached
be
by a
approached
woman.
by a woman.
Yeah,
both ways.
like I hate
Yes.
football because I suck at it, and I think football is a really fuck all sport because I was really bad at it.
Yeah.
So,
It's exactly.
just for people,
exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
people to understand the
Correct.
metaphor, football
Yeah.
is sex, right? I'm just trying to put it together in my
Yeah.
own mind.
It is.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's very true.
And also, I didn't
wish
know
it was
all this
that
time.
easy.
I didn't know all this time my girlfriend has been doing dhanda and I didn't know about it.
Yeah.
Damn
you
it,
should be like my dad. Always
Yeah.
ask for receipts.
Hey, my
Receipts
girlfriend
are
doesn't
good.
listen, and that's the saving grace here, Ayushi.
Yeah.
That's true. It's why she is your girlfriend. Is 'cause
Yeah,
she
I know,
doesn't
right?
listen to the show.
Oh, so Silverie,
I think that's why. That's why she's still my girlfriend because she
Yeah.
doesn't listen to the show. But
when she says,
okay, I'll give you
"I
more
wanna have sex
context.
with you, Silverie, you say how much?
Yes, yes, Cyrus, you got that right. Yes.
I apologize. This is not the way it should have come out. No, it just didn't sound right.
all.
It was. We were
Give
making fun of
context.
Mukesh Khanna.
All right.
Give your context.
Alpha
give your
females, yeah.
context.
Alpha females, yeah. I can never say anything anti-female. Remember that. Yeah.
So he
learned
basically
so much.
he got trolled for saying this, Mukesh Khanna. But then I watched the entire video because I was like, oh, this guy's giving so much gyan. I should take the points down, right, properly.
What?
So it's like
you learn so much with Mukesh.
Yeah, of course. So it's actually
wrong
like a 5.
Mukesh, dude. Wrong Mukesh to listen to.
Okay.
You need to only listen to
It's
the
actually-
smoking Mukesh. Like,
Yeah.
that's the only one.
So actually, he released a the video this is the very end of that video. It's a 5-minute long video where he is talking about something that happened to a friend of his, which is a friend of his started getting messages from like fake accounts. You know, like those fake hi.
Catfishing.
Yeah, catfishing. Like just a random hi from a random account which you've never seen before, but it's like a girl.
Oh, I get it all the time and I answer.
Yeah, exactly. So he says he got one of those. His friend got one of those. So like, hi, and like, I want to talk to you. मैं आपसे बात करना चाहती हूँ. And then
Someone
those
was
messages
soliciting
evolved.
him.
And then the messages evolved to just, hey, I want to have sex with you. Okay. And then the people started talking, and then they ask for like a photo to be able to blackmail you and at some point in the
But
future.
doesn't his ego
So he's saying,
take a beating when they don't know who Mukesh Khanna, aka Shaktimaan, aka 25,000 serials is? I mean,
Yeah.
wouldn't he get upset?
no, but he's talking about a friend of his who went through
It's
this.
always a
It's
friend.
always a
It's
friend.
always
a friend.
Yeah.
He's asking for
Always
a
a friend, asking for a
friend.
For a friend,
So
obviously.
this statement was actually in response to this, saying that if someone messages you saying that, oh, I want to have sex with you,
And we just-
that is obviously
we
not a
just
woman, that's
attacked
someone
him
doing
there,
dhanda.
right?
That's
Thanks
catfishing.
for
That's
not
blackmail.
putting it in context and making us look like
Yeah,
evil.
I know. But that's the problem, right? Everyone on the internet just saw that one sentence ka clip that I showed you, and everyone's
still
trolling
not
him
the
because of
greatest-
that.
But
It is not a great comment,
Not
and
the
it's
greatest comment.
correct,
Even
absolutely.
if it was in defense of the
Yeah.
first part of the
Sexist,
situation, let's make that
absolutely,
very
yeah.
clear.
Agreed.
I
And
agreed.
we are
think
judging
that's
him, then I mean, he's really
Yeah.
fallen, honestly.
Plus, why is a boomer giving us advice on how to behave on the internet?
Yeah.
Watch your language. Watch your freaking language, skinny.
I agree.
Tintu, watch your language.
No longer an old man's
Yeah.
game. This
Uncle
is for
G.
us.
Yeah.
And women aren't approaching people on the internet that way. That I can corroborate if you would like me to put my lot with him, is that I will say no person getting this message is actually being solicited by a real interested consenting woman.
Yeah, sure.
Please.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah,
That's not
it's
happening.
a man.
It's mostly single males from Prabha Devi. I have a
If
name
you
if
are
you
being
guys want.
catfished.
But dude, like I
Sri
do
Vijay
actually
Call
so we-
beanbags. That's what it is.
but we've all gotten these messages though, right? Like
Yeah,
mails,
for
like spam
friendship.
emails and all.
I
For
have
friendship.
two right
for
now.
friendship.
Yes,
Suman
correct.
Suman
Click on the
Friendship
link and all
Club,
that,
Sumita Friendship Club, come for intimate
No,
friendship.
I just have a hi from
Yeah.
a girl, lady at 3 in the morning, but it's a lady's picture and there's just a number, for example.
Yeah.
And at
No.
4:45, when I
Actually,
woke
you know
up, I
what,
said hi.
Cyrus? You know
You
what, Cyrus? I think
replied?
that's an actual girl who's
That was
actually
you.
interested in you, so you should reply.
Well, which girl
Yeah.
who's awake at 3 o'clock would be interested in me? Just explain that to me.
Hey, Cyrus, don't
Name that
question
chick.
God. This is by
Ah.
God's grace
If
someone has
she
contacted
if
you.
she was interested in Cyrus, she would message at 5:30 because that's his gym time.
That's his
And
wake up time. Yeah.
No, not 5:30. 4:45 is
That's
my
very-
wake up time. Gym
yeah.
time is 6, Baba.
What the
Sid,
heck,
put the facts on the
4:45?
table now.
Do you actually
you
know
know this?
4:45?
Yeah,
I'm
he
going to
does.
send you a
Anyway.
message.
Yeah.
I have your number. Ayushi, tomorrow 4:45, I send you a message while I'm walking my dog.
I want
He'll say
to-
I
hi.
do all the
He'll say
WhatsApp.
hi to you on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
He's a
just
part
hi.
of the 4:45 a.m. club.
Yeah. And I'll say
Doesn't have a good
Shaktimaan
ring
here.
to it.
What are your thoughts on female dogs?
Correct.
Do that. It'll be. It
Once
will
it's so, do we give him a pass or a fail? I'm a little
So-
confused because in context,
actually-
it's not as bad, but it's still
Yeah,
bad as
it's not.
Ayushi
Yeah,
said.
exactly. So it's not as bad, but it's still the statement. The way he said it is problematic. If someone were to listen to it, you know.
If he fell off the boat, I wouldn't throw him the life jacket, but I'd kind of like.
Hey,
be
you can
there.
swim.
He
You
can
would like
swim.
cheer him on the side.
You
You
can,
can
like,
swim,
swim through the
Mukesh.
boat.
You can do it.
But I'm not going to help you. I'm not going to help you
Yeah.
out of this.
Or if a shark is coming, would you tell him to go in the shark's direction or try and help
No,
him
I'd
back
be
on
like,
the...
Shaktimaan, activate.
Yeah.
Like,
Shaktimaan.
Yeah, he doesn't have
Just
to
take
swim.
a-
He just has to do
Yeah.
this and like just go all around.
Or he
Yeah.
takes out his chaddi and the shark says, that's it.
I'm done. I'm out. Pass.
I mean, since you're an
Uh,
Avengers generation, I mean, watching all the stuff that's on television or other film, etc., Shaktiman's clothing was really retro, no? I mean,
Very,
in terms
very.
of superstar,
It was made- it
superhero.
It
Yeah.
looks like it was made like with tin foil at home.
Felt.
Like, you know, like it
Doesn't
was
it feel like felt? Like the material is felt that they use,
with
yeah?
foil.
for it? Yes.
gold.
I felt it was
Because the golden
their
foil, yes,
reference
correct,
was
that's
Desi Flintstones or something, you know? They didn't get the whole superhero thing correct.
We wanted to look like Superman, make him like
Yeah.
Flintstone.
Hanging sort of
Flintstones
underwear.
meet Mogambo, maybe. I
Yeah.
think.
Yes.
That's great. Yes, that is exactly right.
And it wasn't like a body
Like
that
a
you
little
would
crime
be
master
like,
go-go in there. Yeah.
How it changed with the Karan Johar era, it sort of changed and there was some aesthetic and all. But in the 70s and 80s, if you guys look back at our Hindi films, some of the worst styling in the history of art. The worst.
But that
But
actually,
the
if you think about
retro
it,
stuff is coming back. Antariksh is wearing it all the time now.
all the time, yeah. But also, like, now I'm excited.
Antariksh is wearing a set.
About...
It's now a full set.
But talking about the costume of Shaktimaan costume from back in the day, it'll be interesting to see what they do with the new costume. Like, do they update it to show like those muscle pecs?
It's just Ranveer
like,
in his chuds. It's just Ranveer in the
Ranveer in his chuds. Yeah, that's all you need actually.
To get people, to get seats, to get butts in the seats, you need to give us Ranveer's
butt in his seat. Yes.
Because anyways, theaters aren't doing well.
I like that finish, Silverie. His butt in his seat. Okay.
Yes.
What the hell? He's a superhero on a wheelchair.
That's exactly right. All right, moving on. Next up, we have... this is coming all the way from the United States. This is from Florida.
You say it like we were
I know. This is now to accentuate, right?
Lonely,
now to exaggerate that I know all the locations about everything. But
okay.
Where in the US? Where is it?
Yeah, go on.
From Florida.
It will take 5 minutes just finding out now. Come on.
From Tampa, Florida. This news comes out of the Mar-a-Lago, which is owned by Donald Trump, which got raided by the FBI. So Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago hotel got raided by the FBI because that is also partly where Trump stays whenever he's visiting the Mar-a-Lago.
It's in Palm Beach. You're wrong.
Oh, it's in Palm Beach? Palm Beach, Florida. Sorry, not Tampa, Florida.
Yeah.
All right.
You just Googled.
Wow.
Correcting the anchor.
The location gods. You're correcting the location gods. All right. But so basically, that's the big news that FBI has now conducted a raid to find.
But they're not like the ED.
They're not. No, they're not.
As in, it'll just be a quick raid and out. I don't think he's going to spend hours.
No, they were there for a few hours. They were there for a few hours. They were looking for classified documents that Donald Trump has taken out of the White House since his presidency and has stored them at the Mar-a-Lago.
He just took some papers home, man.
He literally just took some work home.
It was in the bag and he forgot and there was too much to go back and give it back.
Yeah. So basically he got some classified documents.
Our policies.
Yes, they're following us.
Yeah.
It looks like that. You're in opposition.
So anything, they just want... Sorry, so Dudu, so go ahead.
No, I'm saying why is he behaving like a society child with a bat? कि मेरा मैं out हो गया तो मैं लेके जा रहा हूँ.
Yeah, correct. So exactly. So you're not supposed to take. No
Please take your phone, Ayushi, and if you can take it live, that'll help the show.
Why does it sound like a landline?
Oh, wow.
Like
you know the show has reached
now we need to know who called and what the call was about.
I'm so sorry.
She just put it off.
But what was the call? Did you?
I don't know. I just unplugged it.
Oh, you just unplugged it. Oh, you panicked. That sounded like panic.
Is it a Sameer is asking landline?
Is it a landline?
2022.
Because I live in my parents' house. Like they have landline.
Yeah, all of us have one landline. We boomers who live at home have one landline at least.
Exactly.
No, my parents gave it away like last year. My parents did, but they gave it away last year. They're like,
it's still a very like normal. Yeah.
So if all the Wi-Fi...
So also nowadays, the thing is, right, if you get...
parents have given up their landline.
Also,
do you guys know this? Do you know you're entitled to a free landline number if you get a broadband connection?
I want to know more about a champagne landline where if you call the landline, you get champagne.
Oh, with people going, hey guys, champagne, what is socialist?
What is that? What does that do that?
What is the socialist?
What is this
champagne socialist. It's the hoity-toity Delhi South Bombay accent.
The hybrid. It's a very rare accent. Yes. You can't nail it easily.
Yes,
it's half Delhi,
it was
South
spots
Delhi, half
on,
South
guys.
Bombay.
I'm a coconut water communist. That's who I am.
I love that.
Someone whose kid is studying in light outside Khan Market and learning English. But it was good. It was good for a little while. Now,
someone has just said about the landline call that Ayushi has got. Ayushi, don't unplug it. It could be a ship stuck again in the Suez Canal.
Leave me alone, Vinay, please.
Look at the legacy you've left behind.
Yeah.
Dudeja,
since you might not know, Ayushi is considered our shipping
correspondent. Why are you telling more people?
Yes,
oh my God.
She's considered our shipping correspondent because she has all the news about the ships and the ings of...
And that's a topic which, we live and die by. Because
Apparently,
everyone who comes on this show
always
asks us about shipping.
Yeah, they tune in. Our numbers increase when ships are going down. When the Titanic happens.
They have so much faith in how bad they want something so badly to happen in the shipping world that they've been having me on every week in the hope that this week something will sink.
This week, please God. Please God.
Sid, you don't understand the problem, because also Ayushi being Gujarati, initially she calls it seeping. So we thought it was tea or something, this is totally different.
I was your sipping expert.
Ayushi said,
how
would you say it?
Sipping line.
In the sipping
line.
Wait.
Actually, he is in the sipping line. He's sipping
That's an accent. Okay, Silverie, learn your bloody Delhi meets Bombay. They sent him to Powai. He's lost his bearings after that. It was so good.
It's fine. But coming back to quickly.
What did they find? What did they find in Mar-a-Lago?
They want to get a hold of these classified documents that Trump had stored in the Mar-a-Lago basement. So that they got out from there. But they made a big deal about this. Trump also was one of the first few people, before the media was reporting about it on it. Trump himself came out of the statement. Like this time, he doesn't tweet anymore, right? He can't tweet because
he has his own platform.
So on his platform, he wrote like a whole statement saying that these guys, it's like a witch hunt and no president has ever gone through this and all that regular stuff that he always said. He said they also got into his safe. He also said that before
this is the guy who spent 4 years calling Obama a foreigner and looking for his passport.
Also, they're saying that his team, so Trump and his lawyers, that they'll obviously say this, but what they're saying is that we have been coordinating with the FBI and the authorities for whatever documents that they needed. So if they needed these documents, they could have just asked, and they didn't have to raid this shit. But
he's feeling bad, poor guy. Like he's feeling
also,
very attacked.
The thing is, this comes right around the time when it's seeming like it means that Trump is just about to.
Fifth is totally different reasoning. He's the right to not say anything.
Say something that will incriminate you.
Correct. So that's different from giving any reasoning.
Yeah, correct. No, but this is not. He must have pleaded the fifth after releasing the initial statement. Maybe
which then sounds like you're guilty. Because that's when you generally do mid-sentence.
Usually, because you don't want to like self-perjure or self-incriminate. You plead the fifth. Yeah.
Exactly. But also this comes around the time, this raid comes around the time when Trump it's seeming like just about to announce his run in the 2024 elections again. Like it's another bid for the presidency. So
what is with
this is looking like a way for them to deter Trump from going ahead with this, saying, look at we are going to make your life miserable if you do this again. That's the
message.
Even here, whoever comes to power, the whole thing is you just attack the opposition with the machinery you have. Like at the moment, Nitish Kumar is facing the ED.
I know.
The moment he left BJP. Yeah. I mean, it's not even a joke anymore. You fight and the ED is at the door. That's it. Then they'll figure it out because everybody's got something. There's nobody.
And you should expect it. You should just be like, actually, I've resigned now. Just get some tea and snacks ready.
4 बजे के बाद आना, नानी सो रही है. Yeah, that's you're right.
सबको थोड़ा nap लेने दो. मैं पेपर सब निकाल के रखता हूँ ना आपके लिए घर में जो है. That before you just ruin the house.
And you see, 48 hours before, there's no question of ED when you're an alliance partner. So at that time, he's clean as a whistle. In 48 hours, he's the dirtiest rogue with all the corruption malpractices.
Why do you see? This is on you. You knew this would happen to you. There is
how could you not?
Train of evidence that this is the way it's gonna go.
Yeah.
But apparently, have you guys heard about Rahul Gandhi? So he would do this whole
you started this by saying this like as if it was the hardest gossip that you're giving us about Rahul Gandhi.
No, I think the behavior
about Rahul Gandhi.
What is the?
I thought it was like me. You don't want to cooperate. So whatever question you ask, you answer completely disconnected. Like so, they say how much cash was inside this mattress, and then he turns around and says Liverpool beat Chelsea. I mean, that's been so much fun.
That is so you.
Answers.
Yeah. That is so you. I can imagine you actually. If you ever get raided, they should make it a reality show. People will watch that.
Yeah,
I'd watch you try to answer.
The guys on the fifth floor got raided actually a few years back, and a lot of them were around the building and all. And but he kept serving them tea and biscuits and also asked them later.
You have to.
You have to.
Why?
So
where's that money coming from?
They come with a whole paltan.
No. Why should I pay for friggin' tea and biscuits on top of all this shit?
But not even just that. Not even that. You have to give them food. Feed them and shit, dude.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
There's no way they're trying to
government job.
you of
you
everything.
Can't be a coffee person. You have
so
to
what you're saying is, oh my god, you guys are unbelievable. Tamiz ek cheez hai. You have to show some respect. No, they've come to your house. They're going to take your dog,
but
your
if you think about it, won't they won't they just fuck you over more if you don't give them chai and khana and be good to them?
It's a full power play move, like, and you have no choice but to adhere to it. Like, there's nothing else to do.
Yeah, even in Scam 92, I saw Harshad Mehta did it. So, like, who are we?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. He set the bar, so you're right. Now that you corrected my thinking, I will never ask this question again.
He's reminding you of history.
Student of history, Siddharth Dudeja.
You have to go to the top of the class. Cyrus put it in perspective. Top of the class sets the bar. Fair enough. Yeah.
Okay. He is a comedian, actually.
Okay. Harshad, no? It had a couple of great shows, and then it all went.
No, Dudu is talking about Dudu. She's talking about
him too.
So, okay, quickly. Just coming back to Trump quickly. He's now being investigated for three different cases against him, big cases. One of them is this thing the FBI is just raiding for declassified documents and all. The other one is the Trump Jan 6th hearings that are going on.
Insurrection, his involvement,
But I heard the BJP...
And also the Trump... Sorry.
No, I'm saying I heard the BJP call and asked for their color back.
Orange. Okay, cool. And also the third thing is that the Trump Foundation is being investigated by civil authorities for the various things that they have been involved.
That's a very Indian
that's
scam.
Also talking about Trump University.
Charity always has that smell about it, no?
Yeah.
Especially in India, because we're like, how dare you do charity? How dare you do this and like give to the poor people?
But all these, dude, all these.
No, it's a sense of how we don't believe in you as a person. The fact that you have charity means some jugaad is going on. Now let us find out what it is. That's the thinking.
Tax benefits.
Yeah. You're obviously doing this to evade taxes.
Not that it's ever been claimed, guys. No. Dil khol ke karta hai hum log kaam. Does IVM do any charity? Well, the show obviously.
They gave me a job. They gave me a job, which is nice.
What about Abbas? I'll give you one word.
Abbas is beyond charity.
Abbas, if you're listening, it's day 7 of your damn COVID. You should be okay.
Dudeja sir, big fan. Abbas is in the chat. Yes. Abbas is in the chat while being at Shreyas's place for a party. I'm just saying.
Correct. And I just cannot tell you, this is his way of showing.
I thought it was on the weekend.
It's on Saturday.
Saturday. He first told me Friday.
He invited Cyrus also.
Even I'm
Cyrus, he's using it to get people to come,
all invited to Shreyas's party. This is going to be a Cyrus.
Shreyas actually one guy who always...
Yeah, he's using it to get us to get because when he said Cyrus is coming, I was like, I love this name dropping that you're doing. I see the master once a week. Anyway, now you want me to come and see him again.
So, Ayushi, they have an older room where the elders can sit and watch TV.
Hello, one second. Between Shreyas and you, I align more with your age than Shreyas.
No. They'll take you in happily. It's me. I'll be left. Me, Eknath Shinde, a couple of other people from my age group will be separate.
Also coming. Shit.
I'm sure he's invited.
Yeah. He's invited all prominent Maharashtrians in the city. That he told me is
I think he's just going to get them all together in one room and we sort it out.
Yeah. Abbas in the chat has said, I'll be at the party regardless of whether or not I test negative.
I feel he's better. Yeah. What do you guys think?
I think he's completely fine now. And now at this point he's just
Abbas
acting.
had COVID on Saturday. Today is Thursday, so almost 7 days.
It's over. Don't worry.
It's over. But now he's going to reach out. Yeah. My tooth is paining.
Anyway,
I can't stand up. Yeah.
So I don't like that we are talking about Abbas so much. So it's time to go into a break. Okay? Perfect time to go.
Oh, you're so upset. Don't.
Yes.
We can talk
about
Abbas.
No, it's cool.
We can talk about Trump if you want.
Trump,
okay, after the break, more Trump.
Take a break.
Break. Yeah.
We flagged the deals. Ranjan was meddling in. Topping the list was 50. Oh, sorry. I was just reading my book because it's so boring, this podcast. Okay, let's get back to it.
Somebody has just run across your screen in the back.
Not somebody. That's my pride and joy. My princess of Madhya Pradesh. Gwalior. He's giving me dirty looks now. The king is going to fall soon, it looks like.
I couldn't recognize who it was. It just looked like a shape moved across.
They're ashamed of me. My family, Ayushi, is ashamed of me. So they just want nothing to do with anything that I'm doing. I don't know if you have that at home, but in my house it's like that. It's been like that from the childhood.
No, now I've become a celebrity in my house because of this show. Because I'm like, oh yeah, because my dad thinks like you and Kunal are so funny. So now he's always, he didn't care about my show at all. 100 episodes, did not care. But I think you're on Cyrus Brochar's show now, and I'm like, wow, I have clout in my own house because of Cyrus.
Sid was making fun of boomers. Don't make fun of boomers.
See, but I totally get that, Ayushi. I totally get that. Sorry, Dudu, please go ahead.
No, all my boomer cousins also same reaction. Like, oh man,
Yes, I get it.
8 years
I
of
get it.
doing comedy, like whatever.
Yes.
But then on Cyrus podcast, they're like, man, I
Yeah.
heard you. Cyrus was really
Yeah.
funny. I'm like, what
Dude,
about me? They're like,
my parents find it very difficult to explain what podcasting is and what I do as a podcaster, right? But people know Cyrus Brocha. So very often when
very
like
easy
guests
for
come
them,
over,
yeah.
they're like, he works for Cyrus Brocha. He works for Cyrus Brocha. I'm like, I work with
For?
Cyrus. Yeah, they always say for.
I
Yeah,
asked you for coffee that day and you said no. What works for? There's no works
Yeah.
for.
I mean, I know the truth. My parents don't.
Correct.
So yeah.
How sweet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very
But,
cool.
it's very
clearly,
Yeah, she
Cyrus
has-
also doesn't. He called.
Yeah.
I just told you my whole family's ashamed. I'm wondering what's wrong with your families. Plug the big boomer tea quick. Oh,
Great
Abbas is
plug,
back.
Abbas.
Abbas
Great
is
plug.
back.
Yes.
Man,
Cyrus,
I
can you
didn't
show
know
your
you all
t-shirt
have
since
like
you're on it already?
merchandise. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
थोड़ा
gonna go on
बहुत
the
कृपया
website.
ध्यान दीजिए. This is the other tea. Not,
Hey, that's the shirt you can give me for Rakhi.
Ayushi, I can move my pecs independently. Which one you want to see?
You
first?
want to wear कृपया
It's
ध्यान दीजिए?
so disturbing, Cyrus. It looks like
Yeah.
something
It's a
trying to
visual
escape.
medium.
It's
Yeah.
something looks like something trying to escape from inside you, like they're trying to get out.
Now, in the words of Prem Chand, Teri Bari, and I won't say who.
Okay.
Just
I'm not wearing a t-shirt. I'm just saying.
Ah. Your parents are putting off the podcast
Yeah.
today.
Right now.
All right. Next topic. Next one. So we are number one, guys. India's number one in something. We are number
What?
one
The
in
show?
the.
Even I
yes.
thought for a second.
I
No.
thought it was the show.
Yeah.
Thar,
India,
16th
we as
road.
Indians are the number one in the world at something, which is
Yeah.
we are the
Something
number
bad.
one at being cyberbullied by if we are kids. So
What?
India is the number one country in the world
What pride.
where kids are
Very
cyberbullied.
serious topic.
Okay.
Yeah.
85%.
This is so bad.
85%
The way you
of kids.
presented it, there's only one way to go now.
Yeah,
not funny.
85% of kids in India, at least from the people that they spoke to, about 11,000 people were part of the survey. 85% kids have reported of being cyberbullied.
Antariksh
Yeah.
has finished this survey 1,700 times out of that.
1100, yes, 1100, yes.
Any
Correct,
Antariksh
correct.
presentation takes about 36 to 45 repeat words. You have to get through it
Yeah,
slowly.
you get it.
His proposal to each
You
girlfriend
never
is 15
forget it.
minutes,
It takes
normally,
you need to rehear a word 3 times till it embeds itself in your brain. I have said it 50 times. You're never going to forget it.
Yeah, actually, you are the best educator on the show.
Yeah.
You are the best
Yeah, you
educator
get the main
because
point
you're
because
so
it's- yeah.
thorough.
Absolutely. But can I
Oh,
ask,
great.
is the cyberbullying coming intra-India or is it more like non-Indians?
So
Or
it's
we won't
Indians
know?
on Indians. Brown on brown violence. is
Brown
it.
on brown. Cannibalism,
Yeah.
you say.
We're self-inflicted. These are
You know,
self-inflicted wounds.
I can believe that because, I see Kunal, my friend, on the phone all the time, on the laptop all the time, and I feel that there's something amiss because he doesn't have that much work. So it makes sense what you're saying. There are a lot
You
of these
think
people
he's
out
being
there.
cyberbullied?
And you think he's a kid?
Yeah. I mean, who will not mistake him for a 9-year-old? I mean, come on.
be honest,
Innocent.
Exactly.
He like
He has
food.
that same
Mummy,
quality.
food. Yeah.
It's not the quality of that stereotypical chubby kid that's in every movie who's just there.
I totally agree. I mean,
He's the one
these-
the terrorists take first. Like,
Yeah.
The chubby kid, like Bruce.
Or the
from
predator
Predator,
catches
just
first 'cause he's
pushing that
slow.
cake.
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
I want to
I've
know the
never even
adult
met
section.
Kunal,
Yes.
and I think he's so funny, and I've just shat all over him. I feel so bad.
I don't know what
So,
his
do
thing
you-
is, but I'll find out. Oof, that's scary.
God, Cyrus.
So the article also goes on to say that 1 in 3 Indian kids online have faced levels of cyberbullying, sexual harassment, and threats of physical harm online. So which encompasses the more serious aspects of cyberbullying.
Thank you for
Okay,
that
so-
because we needed
one
that. We
sec.
needed to course
Yeah.
correct.
No,
Yeah,
let's just
of
understand the
course.
statistics. So I'm a
What is your
boomer.
point?
I'm far too old. So Ayushi, you
Yeah.
get into the kid category with these two. So 1 out of 3. So 1 Ayushi, 2 Silverie, 3 Sid.
Yeah.
You were cyberbullied. Tell us all
You're
about it.
Cyrus bullied. Yeah, I was
Yes,
about to say that.
Yatin Salyan
Yeah,
says
Cyrus
Silverie
bullied.
getting Cyrus bullied.
Yeah,
That's
I
true.
literally.
That's
Yeah.
a very
But
Cyrus
niche
is cyberbullying
genre.
right now. That is exactly it. Yeah.
I'm feeling very hurt. When you first started, you used to talk with so much respect and that, fake sincerity and all. Now you've started abusing me openly. I mean, now
What?
first,
I just said
yeah.
Actually,
you are
Antariksh
bullying
is
me.
very polite. Antariksh is very polite. You have to give him
yeah,
that. Like,
he's a
he's very like,
gentleman.
of
Yeah,
course,
yeah.
yes, don't worry.
Thank you. Thank
Even
you.
when he
Yeah.
abused a guest behind his
Yeah.
back and the mic was on,
He felt
he
so
said it
bad.
sweetly. Yeah.
What a nice asshole. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. What
That's
did
the
you
kind of
say?
things I say.
What do you say?
I had called him an
He's
uncle.
old.
I called him an uncle.
Uncle.
Yeah.
That was too good.
I'd posted
Called
uncle.
who?
So quickly, if I'll tell you the story, we had a guest on the show who I was asking them for photos, and he couldn't send me photos which were workable, which we could use, which are usable.
Yeah.
So I forwarded the photos he had sent me to another friend saying, hey, this guy's such an uncle, man. What do I do? And turned out I sent the message to said uncle.
The uncle.
Who's the uncle now?
Yeah.
Huh? Sending it to
And-
the wrong person.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, Ayushi's busy taking
Ayushi's
messages.
lost interest. She's checking messages. Like, oh, this will
I've
take a
heard
while.
this story. I've heard this story.
It's
It'll take
Thursday
some
night,
time.
not Friday night. What are you
Okay.
checking?
Okay.
I'm
checking on
I
her
have
plans.
I have flight. I have
She's
flight
double
tomorrow.
checking
I
whether
just got
Shreyas
my
invited
boarding
her for that party or not. You know?
He
He's
did.
checking a
I-
boarding ticket. I
Okay,
find
okay.
that difficult to believe. I don't believe that's true.
I just got my literally SpiceJet has just texted me.
Yeah.
I have to fly SpiceJet. I'm screwed. But
Why are you
yeah.
flying SpiceJet with all that cash in the
Because
background?
I'm going to Goa for the long weekend, like the basic
Hey.
bee that I
Oh,
am.
okay. Since
You
we
guys
have
go
talked
out.
about this,
No,
since
what
you've
was
talked
you-
about airfare, since you've talked about airfare.
I want to know, is she going alone?
No, I'm going with friends. I have a life.
Friends, like a big group or one special male friend?
No,
Or tell us more.
friends. Many friends. Like six.
How many people
five,
totally?
six,
Give me a
five,
number.
Multiple
six.
friends.
We're
5, 6,
seven
like one might
people
drop
in
out.
total.
You're not sure, huh?
No,
Seven.
we're 7 people in total.
How many boys, how many
That's-
girls?
3 girls, 4 boys.
It's always
Man,
more
this
guys.
is such
This
a
one
boomer
guy's going to be
question.
me.
Yeah,
He's
one's
never going to
tag.
get the girl.
One poor
He's
guy
always
has to
gonna be
get
standing at
tag
the back,
entries everywhere.
holding his
He
drink.
needs to know what the balance is between the girls. and
Why
the
can it
boys.
never be
Yes.
4 girls and 3 guys?
We
and
know
you
who
guys
is
have to suffer?
disposable.
Yeah,
We know who is
really.
disposable from
So
that.
sexist you
Yeah.
are, man.
Yeah.
We have
He
it's
is-
fair-
My blood boil.
we have one,
He is-
three.
Wait. They've got one.
He is
one.
the character
Come on, use a
of-
word. Use a word. Whatever comes to your head. You got one.
No, nothing.
Step
All
three?
friends. All friends.
That-
very healthy.
That fourth
situation.
friend, the fourth friend of Ayush, the fourth male friend in Ayushi's group is the Vishal character from the movie Ishq Vishk. Do you guys remember this movie?
No.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I remember.
But so yeah,
Yeah.
so
Photographer.
the
I
premise
remember Vishal.
of the movie is that these
Character.
guys are going for like a holiday and only couples are supposed to go. So a guy,
Then I am
if you
that
have
person.
a girlfriend,
I am
Yeah,
that
if you-
Vishal.
oh, you're the Vishal.
You are the
so,
Of this
Vishal.
but,
group,
yeah,
I am
sure.
the Vishal.
So there are 3 couples and
That's
you.
it. Yeah,
No,
it's
nothing,
supposed to
but
be
there
that.
are couples.
the
There
Vishal
are,
is.
like there is a couple.
There are 2
There's
couples.
There's 2 couples.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, but it's really
interesting
expensive. I was
dynamic.
gonna book.
But when you come back, who are the couples? That's the question.
Yeah, dude, is that expensive?
You are a sick man.
I'm a sick man. I live in the world
No,
of
it's like-
fantasy and intrigue.
So it
But
makes
It's
it's
sense.
expensive
expensive.
because I was
Yeah.
gonna go for this long weekend, but then I'm going
With
on the
them?
17th because
You'll be 5
it's-
guys, you
No,
idiot.
no.
We just met. We
You just invited yourself today. What is this?
No, I'm going on the 17th because tickets are like some 10K or 8K or something.
But we
right
booked
now.
it really in
okay.
advance. We did book it in advance,
Okay.
and
This is
And we
why
have
I
a
love
friend's
my
house,
Sindhi
so-
cousins.
Okay.
Immediately, always thinking correctly.
Yeah.
It may be the
You know-
weekend. Screw the weekend. If it's
Yeah.
cheaper
Yeah,
the
I
weekend.
don't have a job.
Yes,
I don't
yes,
care
yes.
but
about
that's
the weekend.
that I was about to say. It's easy for the freelancers to do that. We have to like
Exactly.
look for these like long weekends because there's no
Yeah,
other choice.
sure.
Fair enough. Yeah.
But talking about airfare, right, and plane tickets, yes, can be expensive. We have a topic that I would have actually just gone into the.
Hey, one second. Before you say
but since we
expensive,
talked
let's
about
understand one thing. Whatever your economic status is, when a group goes, you have to find a middle path, right? So that's
Yes,
also
exactly.
the other
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah,
So if you're a hoity-toity person and want to travel in a certain way, you're screwed. Nobody
Yes.
looks at it from that point of view. There are a lot of people who have to suffer
Yeah.
and dumb down a little bit because for the greater good. So
Correct.
stop that, people. Let
That's why I
everyone
don't go
travel
like
the
that.
way they want.
Always,
Yeah.
yeah, only 5 stars or nothing at all.
I'm
Yes.
traveling alone, Cyrus. That's why.
And paid
I'm
for.
like, I
You're
don't
traveling
want
alone?
people.
You're worse
I have
than that
friends
fourth
there.
guy.
He has no friends.
I have no
Okay, you
friends
have
in
friends there.
Bombay. I have friends in Goa.
Okay.
So
Oh, I have a-
Okay, cool. Nice.
Thank God he's not going to Bangkok. We'd love to see the friends there.
Those are
You
isn't
can
that
have friends
Sylvie's
in Bangkok
girlfriend?
also? What is
No.
No,
Where-
Sylvie's girlfriend is
That was
Indonesia.
Indonesia.
Indonesia. My bad.
And she got married
Ex-girlfriend,
last week.
hello.
She got married.
whose girlfriend are you
married.
talking about?
She got married.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she didn't invite him.
Congratulations. She didn't
She
invite you.
didn't invite him.
Uh,
This is
think
like
that's-
Akash's
but she-
wedding. This is
But
like
she did
Akash's
send
wedding all over
she
again.
did send me a Zoom
I'm
link.
the only
She sent
one
me a
not
Zoom link,
invited.
but I didn't attend.
But
She
you
sent me a
didn't
Zoom
have a
link, I didn't.
relationship with him. She had a relationship with they lived together practically, and then
I
think
have
with-
been
for a
on the
month,
show
for a
with
month.
Akash more than twice, which would
Yeah.
mean a solid
You're best
relationship.
friends. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
Exactly.
I consider
Uh,
all of you my core. I don't know about you.
Ayushi, if I was getting married, you'd be top of my list, and not just because you're A for Ayushi, and obviously that would be the chronological
And my
order.
last name is
But
also
Antariksh
Anil.
comes before
There
Ayushi.
you go.
Hello.
So then 100% first.
Alphabetically.
But
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
surname, excuse me, my surname
Abbas is
also
before
A.
Antariksh also. Damn it.
Ayushi
Again.
can just add another A to your name and that's
Oh God,
all.
Ayushi would
Yes,
be
you
before
can,
Aisha in my list.
Ayushman
Because Aisha's
Khurrana,
surname
yes.
is Murani and hers is Amin. So sorry. She makes it to number 1 at the moment.
I'm
Abbas,
in.
Aisha, yeah.
Okay.
Antariksh, what's yours? Some
yes.
T? No chance. It's all her.
Yeah, 80. And
You
it's,
all are below.
Yeah.
Sid, तेरे को मिलेगा भी नहीं. I'll get tired by the time I reach S.
S, D, both like very, very far away.
Yeah,
All right.
Pandemic
Quickly,
wedding, not
we're talking about airfares. The government is getting rid of the minimal and maximum caps on airfares. So in the sense, apparently right now there is a certain
1 rupee ticket can happen again.
It can. So it will inevitably start like an airfare war between airline companies. It'll start like an airfare war between airline companies where they will start competing for having lower prices because lower prices are obviously more attractive, and it could be good for the consumer. For the customer,
cost cutting as well, right? Though they'll have more cost cutting.
They might have to cost cut also. Yes, that's also right.
There won't be a flight. It'll be a bus where they put some flaps on the side.
You're going to SpiceJet tomorrow. What do you think it's going to be like?
Guys,
hello,
this flight ka wings don't work. We'll have to drive by road.
The bus that takes you to the flight is going to be the
That's
same
it, and then that just keeps going.
Yeah.
I'm driving.
Everybody touches you on a SpiceJet flight. Everyone will touch you. There's no way out of that. You're touched by everyone. Yeah, and not in a good way.
That's not fun. That sounds very disturbing.
Hey, but still, it's cheaper tickets. Cheaper tickets go a long way.
Silverie, just hear me out here. Can we pay for this option or this offer that when you're on the airline, if you pay an extra amount, can you get rid of the person next to you if you don't like them? You know, they make you stand or something.
You could buy 2 tickets. You could just buy the second ticket.
Because you can't take them off the plane. The plane's all about to take off or taken off. No, so you pay that sum. We can understand what that sum will be. It'll obviously be atrociously high. But I'm saying that it just allows you, if you're rich enough to, and it's worth it for you to say, okay, I'm sorry, Mr. Sharma, I can't take this anymore. Ma'am, sister, come here. Don't call them sister.
Flight.
Oh, after they've already boarded the flight and are already sitting next to you. So not before the flight, you want an extra seat or something.
Because that's when you know how bad they are.
You decide.
There's always a lottery. Some of them aren't that bad.
Sure.
He's got a point because, like, if you're walking to the seat and then you're sitting you're sitting next to someone who's really repulsive.
Yeah, like you want Brad Pitt next to you. You don't want him off. Yeah.
On my Bangalore journey, one way I had a guy who was blowing his nose constantly on his arm.
Oh my god!
But I also want the reverse. If somebody next to me
Indigo going and Vistara business coming, that was lovely. There was nobody on the left also. Yeah.
But it should be the opposite. Like, you would not say no to Brad Pitt being next to you, but I also want the right that Brad Pitt can't say no to me. He won't
say no to you. He won't say no to you. You're not Mr. Sharma blowing his nose. I'm talking about those real jokes.
No, but have to pay 300 rupees extra flexi fly for that. That's.
Yeah, but again, I don't think you can choose that, right? If Brad Pitt also wants you to be removed because he obviously has more money.
No, but once again, it's my decision. Right? Yeah, I came up with the idea. So Ayushi, you can get a Brad Pitt optional lap dance for $400. You know, for example.
He has to get. Okay.
Yeah, he gives
you a lap dance. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. All right, that's fine. I accept. Thank you so much.
She's thinking, why did I make a little on the flight? I'll do the lap dance.
No, absolutely not. I'm not doing it. Abbas, my name.
Abbas says Ayushi was
complaining to Vistara on Twitter about a fight yesterday. What?
That's a Parsi airline. Be very careful. Is
this what you wanted to rant about today, Ayushi?
This was my rant, but then I lost my angle.
Can you play the rant? Twitter. Come on, find it. We still have 5 minutes. Come on.
Okay, we find it. But Ayushi can just tell us, no?
Abbas, send the tweet. Send the tweet.
I could read the tweets out to you.
Yes, please.
You have the tweet.
Yeah.
I also have a aviation sector problem that I want to solve. In the meantime.
Oh wow! Okay.
This is the place.
Okay, quickly, guys, let's get into this.
All the heavyweights of the airline industry come here.
All right, fine.
All right.
At Air Vistara, you're going to be receiving a lot of complaints about this. UK 774 from Calcutta to Bombay, scheduled for 8:35, rescheduled to 12:05 a.m.
Wow.
Passengers were told at 7 o'clock. Once they're already at the airport. Then further delayed to 1:05. Passengers were told at 10 o'clock. Gate staff Neil Hela had no apology, explanation, or words, frankly, just mute. Manager Priya Sharma has been condescending and was beyond surprised and not able to comprehend how passengers are asking for compensation to be put on another flight. You're not a budget airline, you're an international carrier with massive reputation. Passengers with small children, no consideration, connecting flights ignored, compensation ridiculed. You could have been so much more, basically, then I go on for a really long time, pretty tediously if I read it now.
Yeah. But that's a fair thing to be.
But I come across really badly.
I'm already on Vistara's side. It's really long.
But basically, it's just as simple as rains. Couldn't the answer be because of rains?
Let me actually tell you. Sorry for boring everyone. From 8:35 takeoff, we took off at 2:10.
Now, can
at 2:10. I have
let me support
5:30.
Yeah.
I come home at 5:30 in the morning when I was supposed to land at 11:30.
Okay, let's get to the real issue here. And I don't know whether Sid and Silverie agree how much they travel.
You
But
love the
biggest problem
airline. I know. You always take the
I'm
airline
taking your
side.
side. No. I'm not taking their side. I'm talking about the man management issue and how you deal with people.
Yes,
They've
that
got to
was
step
my
up their
problem.
game. People are anxious, irritable. You have to understand, everybody's got their own
That's what
problems.
I
Some
said.
severe, some not so severe, and they never seem to, this is across all airlines, they never seem
This
to
is
be
the
able
problem.
to handle the people.
Yeah.
I'm sure Ayushi is not screaming and shouting at them.
I really wasn't.
Yeah, maybe a little stern at most. But you can't expect her to be beautifully, hi guys, I'm a Miss India, love the world, I'm here to save the girl child. No, it's not that. So you're going to have to have a little bit of...
I was a girl child I was trying to save. I was
know.
the girl child.
So I'm saying they don't handle the body language, the conversation, the tone. Think of
So
compensating you,
condescending.
cheering you up, maybe get food organized. I don't know, just small things.
They
So
don't get.
but
But
they got
it's
food
just a
organized
job
and
for
they
them
didn't
again.
tell
Yeah.
anyone.
It's
They didn't tell
learn from
anyone
that
that they
police
got
officer
food
who told
organized.
me, "Majboori ki baat hai, main kya karu? Please, like this, begging." And I just backed off.
In one point, actually, what landed up happening is I went to complain, and then as Indians, they just need one person to start the fire. Unfortunately, yesterday, I will say, if anyone
that
was
I've
at
seen that
Calcutta
a lot
Airport,
in airports.
that
It was
was
you.
me. I made the mistake because I went to say how is it delayed, because I wanted to know whether the flight had even left from Bombay, and this guy had no idea. I was like, you can fucking check, it's so easy, and he can because it's on the screen.
Then
everyone
what you've done, being an elegantly West,
and I was like sneaking out the back, like I'm
please
done
understand
with
what you've
this.
done.
So then, did a crowd form around you? Did a crowd form around you? Did it sound like?
And honestly,
she was the young Mayawati. This is the young Mayawati, a fiery firebrand going berserk.
What's next? Are you going to run for office?
Yeah, you
are you going to run for office?
But Cyrus, there's one more dynamic here. When the sophisticated, westernized, chic girl starts losing it, then the guy who's actually the village bumpkin, he's like, she's taken my act, so he has to come through now because he has kept quiet and
supported. They were all feeling very like that power in numbers, and I'm not going to lie. Then that power went to my head, and I was like, there's a little coup situation going on.
Yeah, and then you start feeling bad. Oh God, she's spot on. I've been through this myself. You suddenly say, I don't want to actually kill anyone. It's just a little bit of ranting. And then you get the other people, all their angst of society, 40 years of oppression, no money, I hate my wife, I hate my family, I hate my road, I hate my career, it all comes out.
Then the mob goes out of control and
this guy was
and then
the
slips off. She's slipping off. Cafe barista, coffee please.
This guy was standing at the gate and he was like, तुम कुछ भी करो, मैं तो जा रहा हूँ.
Wow.
And he
70s.
So Ayushi was a true champagne socialist at the airport. She was doing it for the betterment of others.
I was.
She's a born leader.
No, she was a socialist, not a champagne one.
There was no champagne involved.
There's no champagne.
They're not socialists. They want traveling budget. They want socialists. They're all capitalists. That was the problem.
That was a further problem. I even told them, I said, this is such a bad look for you. We're standing at the Vistara counter begging you to put us on the SpiceJet flight. I was like, just think of the appearance of this. Like, we from Vistara, we all were like, take us on SpiceJet, please. Take us home. But it was bad. It was really bad. And they weren't apologetic, and that was the worst part.
So here's the thing. Generally, the airline staff the on-plane staff are very good, but the ground staff sometimes they need to train them a bit better. They're very different in their attitude.
We got on board, and they were besides themselves with apology. Like Captain said it a couple of times, first officer, all the crew were like, we're so sorry. And then at that point, you're like, dude, it's not your fault. We get it. But like these people were just like, she was like, I really am not understanding how you can expect to ask about compensation. I was like, you can't understand? Let me fucking make you understand.
I can't ask my money back.
Bitch.
That's the most common regular thing to ask for.
But see, on each flight ticket, if you read the finer thing in the actual paper book which they used to have, it's written there that we are not responsible for delays and all that. They've made them clearly put the blame on.
Yeah, I mean, but what a cop out is that? That's such bullshit.
And you know, the thing is, as a normal person, like you said, I don't actually expect to get anything out of this. Like, even I know that there is no real situation other than to sit there and wait till the flight
therapeutic.
comes.
You just need to rant a little bit and you feel a little better. Like
at some point, and that's your job. Like when a client rants at me, I have to take it for 5 minutes and just be like, oh, I get it. Let me fix this for you some way. Or just
90% of the passengers would back off if the people are submissive and sorry.
Exactly.
But only a psychopath is going to continue. I mean, I can't speak for Sid and Silverie, but you and me would have backed off for sure. Yeah.
And they did, because then other people were like, oh, their international connections were being lost. And they were like, well, ma'am, we can schedule you for tomorrow's flight then. And now you have people with kids who are flying to other places,
Correct.
and they're like, "How can you tell? You go on the 13th?" And I'm like, "Bro, we're flying today."
Passengers, it's quite what 30, 40 will have really. I mean, they're horrible stories from the delay.
Truly.
There's no question. I mean, we're going for a death, a funeral, a birth. God knows, a graduation.
Everyone was going for Rakhi.
Divorce.
Everyone was going for this Rakhi. And this one guy, this is the best. That is the last of this. He was like, "How will I make it to Rakhi?" So that chick was like, "Sir, sir, please, I understand. You understand? How will you understand? You will tie my sister Rakhi. Who will tie my sister Rakhi?"
You will tie my sister Rakhi.
Actually,
you will tie me Rakhi.
Then she apologized for not shaving. How that happened.
It was getting like, it was escalating out of control, and I literally had a Diet Coke in my hand. I was like,
but you know what you said, Ayushi, what you said about starting it, the conversation, and not being very aggressive and righteous, but slightly indignation.
Yes.
I know. And then seeing it spiral into violence and a sense of the vibe getting hostile from your side.
Yeah.
And then you cannot be the union leader then, I mean,
a leader is born.
Yeah.
And then I was like, "Can I now quietly die in the shadows?"
Why didn't you just call home for the private plane here? I don't understand.
Somebody asked. They were like, some guys pointing at the tarmac. I swear to God, being like, "There is a Vistara flight there. Can you not just get a crew and charter us?"
Okay, guys, it's time to go into our AMAs. So let's quickly do this.
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
No worries. It's all good. Yeah?
Ayushi's made the show all about herself and her angst against
No, that's fine. It was a great
but
thing.
This is like a biopic moment, life was going normal.
What I'm saying, who are we reaching out to? Me with
Ayushi,
she with the Vistara delays. I mean, the real people with real problems are saying, what the hell's going on in India?
I'm so sorry.
We almost forgot. Dudeja also had a complaint about airlines that we don't have time for anymore.
Even I forgot.
That we don't have time for anymore.
No, I'm just like,
Aniket,
don't charge me extra for seats. Like, that's it. Like, there's no other.
See, that's how you shorten a story, Ayushi. Sorry.
No, there's no story, but it's like trains never charge.
I think he's tired. After Ayushi's story, he got tired. He was all ready for a big one.
I'm really sorry.
No, it's all good. It's all good. It's a great story.
It looks like he's flying Vistara, as in the pilot at the moment. Yeah.
Going to the AMAs.
Follow me at Instagram and Twitter on Bored Brocha. I'm so bored, I need your help. I need your love. I need your touch. Okay, just follow me.
The first one comes in from Gaurav Pilania, who says, "Cyrus, how scared were you as a kid on Rakshabandhan day thinking your crush will tie Rakhi in school?
Yeah,
that used to be a common thing with guys.
Silverie, whatever guys say, I'm talking about college more than school. School, you're still a little young. It's not such a big deal.
Sure.
Real relatives tied, etc. But in college, which is open, Bombay College is open for you with so many people, 5 batches, etc. There it is a fear because you got crushes as a 16, 17-year-old. Your test levels are out of control, and I was very worried. I fell in love at every corner. All 5 years, I was in love all the time. I wasn't out of love at all. I was in season basically for mating. Yeah, throughout. Your confidence goes, right? If the girl you're looking at her in one way and she's, "Oh, so sweet, you be my brother," and that's it, you're finished. Yeah, it was horrible. I'm sure all men went through this.
I did not tie any man. I never tied any friend a Rakhi. It was for my brother.
Keep your options open. I like this.
Good thinking. Yeah, I respect it.
We'll
follow you, leader.
Not too much about the guy.
Yeah.
This is my path.
But there are women who tie it just to stop the creep.
Have you ever had like muh boli behne who have tied you Rakhi?
No. I think it's, I don't want to get into my opinions on the festival, but
no, please do give us your
as a good Hindu. Yeah, go on.
Oh my God, no, don't put me in a spot. No, I love the festival, obviously, I do.
Wow. Actually, on the face of it, it's one of our better moments as a country. If you look at what happened between
historically, yes.
Yeah, exactly. It's a secular sort of moment.
Fun.
I wouldn't call it an MCP moment, but in a sense, it is the connection between genders as well, etc. So
we have worse festivals and traditions that we still follow. This one's not too bad. It's like,
not too bad.
Don't start Sid off if he doesn't like Rakshabandhan. We got nowhere to go, bro.
I love it.
Nowhere to go.
He said he loves it.
Oh my God, I love it.
Yeah.
Saurabh
Padvi has asked. This is for Sparsh and Ayushi, but 2 questions. So one is for Sparsh. Are you watching Overlord season 4? We don't need the answer to that. And Sparsh is saying yes.
How mean. He's got his own little following and you're
He can.
Yeah,
but don't let him answer.
Sparsh,
don't let him answer. He's too young. Yeah.
Too young, okay. You need age. But he is watching it and he's enjoying it, he says.
Put him on, he's right next to you. Let him come to the mic and answer. It'll take 1 second.
He's saying no. He's shaking his head. Nahi yaar, Cyrus yaar. That's what he said.
Baal ne banaya na bachcha. He has to comb his hair for half an hour. Don't come on. Yeah.
The second question is for Ayushi. Ayushi, what do you think about stealthing? Do you know what stealthing means? I just found out because I read this question.
Fighters, like the jets?
You would think that, but it's a lot different than what you're thinking.
Something sexual.
Yeah, it is something sexual. Exactly. Stealthing is an act of removing a condom during intercourse without the other partner's knowledge or consent.
The fuck is what the fuck?
How will you not know?
This
That's a crime
is asking for your opinion.
Countries.
Ayushi, 1 second.
It seems like this person knows something about Ayushi, like she does this on the side all the time.
Yeah, it's a very specific question.
No, this is a very weird
How will you not know?
question.
It's a very weird. Yeah.
Both the person wearing it and the person who can
I don't know why it's directed at Ayushi also, this question, right? It's particularly Ayushi. What do you think about stealthing?
Don't do that. It's wrong. Very wrong. Don't. That's my opinion.
No, he's asking it as a general observation from a woman's point of view. That's what he's saying. I would think.
Okay, fine. Then let me tell you it's wrong. Don't do it. Ever.
No, 1 second. How will you not know? I don't know. I haven't had sexual relations for years, but I'm sure. How can you fool someone?
Men are very devious.
No, attempt to is different.
In the middle.
Okay, let's ask Abbas and Sparsh, since they're the only two we know who are together in a relationship.
And not sexually active, yes.
And not sexually active. Have you tried to do anything like this? Yeah.
So
Sparsh, would you come back to the mic? 1 second. Sparsh's parents listen to this. Not Sparsh. Let's make it Rishi. I changed my order. Waiter, Rishi.
Rishi, though, I think is never done it only. Okay.
Theory of Rishi. Rishi is that mad psychotic, sexually repressed man who's going berserk on his way to Panvel, leaving a trail of bodies.
Okay.
Sorry, go on.
This final question comes in from Shavik Bakshi, who says, are you guys following the current season of Coffee with Karan? And if the guests on the panel of Cock and Bull got a gift hamper, what would be its contents? So
IVM t-shirts from ivm.com on the shop tab. You can find all your favorite hosts and their t-shirts over there. I don't know why I got stuck in this voice. I'm sorry.
Yeah, what Ayushi said still applies.
She was on a delayed flight for 6 hours. And now, out of choice, she's going by SpiceJet. Just understand what she's going through is trauma.
I'm losing my mind, please. I am. What is in the hamper?
I stopped watching Karan. Okay, we'll finish that question first. What's in the hamper?
Okay, Coffee with Karan. Are you guys watching Coffee with Karan this season?
After what I felt was injustice.
I am. What is this?
Sid and I have discussed this.
Am I the only idiot here?
Hardik Pandya and KL Rahul were vilified.
After that,
I was very upset.
Hey.
No,
that was long ago.
One second. My point was that Karan was to blame and nobody took any action against him. And these two guys, and they were very young, were completely vilified, nearly cost their careers, etc.
Yeah.
I was very upset about that. I thought because he instigated it. It's like if I have a conversation with you guys and then I've started all this, how can I be off the hook if Silverie says something stupid after that?
Every day you are off the hook after the show.
Every day.
Yeah.
You're just pushing. You're just pushing every day, Cyrus. Just nudging.
You did think
Sorry. Dudeja, you're saying
something?
You cut you off.
No, I said to be fair, Karan Johar is banned from cricket. So yeah.
BCCI to give him a 2-year ban.
They won't allow him to play. What if he wants to play tomorrow? They're not going to let him play.
And that was very nice in a way because the best years are now behind him in terms of as an athlete. So there's no chance of him getting picked. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, fair enough.
So am I the only one here who watches Coffee with Karan at all?
I watched one episode.
My mom and you.
I saw one episode. That's it. And then I realized that nothing has changed. There's been
nothing has changed. It has gotten more.
But Silverie, I can't understand a guy like you. You got such nice taste. You watch Blackadder and Seinfeld.
This is like the guilty pleasure watch.
The world.
Hello. This is the guilty pleasure watch that you do, man. This is.
And then you watch Coffee with Karan in the same breath, which is.
Dude. Because I want to see moments like when Akshay Kumar was on this season and with Samantha, okay, and there's a moment where Karan Johar, after asking like 10 questions about Samantha's divorce to Samantha, he goes, "Hey, I don't want to encroach." Okay, after all of that, he has the audacity to say, "I don't want to encroach."
You're learning how to host.
It's a classroom for you.
Learning how to host.
Yes, correct.
This is how you host.
You're ready. Rapid fire. Let's do this.
You're ready for Coffee with Karan.
Okay, quickly. Who is your favorite panelist, Cyrus? From Ayushi, Siddharth, Abbas, Antariksh, and Akash. Go.
Ayushi, obviously 100%, bro. There's no way. If you ask me 100 times, I'll say Ayushi, and I'll always take a woman over a man, even the worst woman. Not that she is that.
Okay,
so
so
wow.
everyone else is out of the panel. Only Ayushi.
Compliment he like.
Ayushi, tell me honestly, do you want to be stuck with a man on a long flight? I don't know. It's just a stupid idea.
No,
I find women are much better for conversation. They're just more fun to talk to, and they have more empathy about so many things. You can chat and hang out. Plus, sometimes you can convince them to be like motherly and bring stuff and all, which is not good. But
you were
it
doing
happens.
so well. You were doing.
I know.
So well.
I got this helplessness about me, and I sort of exploit that. And
backhanded compliment.
I'm waiting for this 5 a.m. Actual text now.
You got to use what you get. Yeah. Well, who's on Spice till tomorrow? Dang, 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 dang. Of course, now you won't be so upset if it's delayed because you're going for fun. There are 7 of you. It's a whole different game. You know, when you're alone, my God, how
stakes are lower. The stakes are much lower.
Because it's fun anyway. You know, just a fun adventure. You whatever, bitching and moaning. But when you're alone, and I'm alone, guys, I'm so alone.
On that note.
We should all.
Karan keeps saying on that note, right, in the show?
Yeah.
On that note.
Yeah,
on that
I
note,
think so.
Yeah. I want somebody to sing in the background on that note. La! Immediately somebody should go.
Okay.
All right.
On that note, let's end this episode.
Are you
done?
Have
a little announcement.
Did I pack a bag?
There are a few, but we have some.
Okay, quickly, last one. No one shouting.
Fast. ठीक है. Girish Patil has asked AMA for everyone and especially Ayushi. What are your thoughts on stealthing? Again, no, that's not the question. I'll
kill you.
That's not the question. No. This one, Girish
Patil Karan, isn't it? Same question again and again.
Girish Patil has asked, what's your views on the Chinese spy ship docking in Hambantota controversy?
Taiwan.
This is really embarrassing, but I don't know what you're talking about. But
that's acting. Good acting, Ayushi. We get it. You're trying to remove that image of yourself.
You're right.
My opinion is it's bad because spying, stealthing, all bad things.
Yeah. But here's a funny thing.
Okay.
They are warning India all the time about our interference in Sri Lanka.
Yeah,
actually, all we've done is given aid. Yeah. Well, all they've done is make sure they're in debt. Just not for me to be a jingoist here, yeah.
But it's become like this weird proxy state now for this Chinese funneling. Like the same thing they did in Africa, now they're doing it here. And of course, they turn around and be like, oh, India is a problem, but okay.
It's almost like the pound of flesh Shylock situation now. I feel very bad for Sri Lanka. Someone's like, can we buy Sri Lanka without taking it over sovereign style? It stays a sovereign, and then we sort of
fix it.
Without sounding charitable, this is all coming out wrong. But I mean, funds come together.
I was going to say this is very generous of you, which is out of character.
Yeah, but I don't want to indignify the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? We have to do it in a way where this is lovely people in a lovely country. I'm a big fan. That's what I'm really trying to say.
Yeah, I like Sri Lanka. It's fun. I like
Everybody likes Sri Lanka. Who doesn't like Sri Lanka?
Yeah, it's weird.
I like the 96 Sri Lanka. Yeah.
Oh, what a team, bro. What a team. Look at the way they punched above their weight. 10, 12 million people and they're beating the best teams in the world. No coaching infrastructure, no money, bad uniforms.
Bad uniforms. That's so
bad uniforms still continues.
Muralidharan.
And a captain who couldn't take a double.
Right.
He ran one and then he was like, okay, that's it for the day.
I love Antariksh. I'm just like, Muralidharan.
You get it, guys. Good man.
even MIA. I don't know if you'll know the rapper MIA. She's also from
Missing in Action.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. The British rapper.
The Slumdog Millionaire song that.
When you were at Warwick, you used to go for her shows. You were telling us,
Yeah. I've seen her. She's good.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Let's call it a day, and let's finish this episode off with an announcement that tomorrow we have an episode with Faisal Farooqi, the author of Faisal Farooqi, going out. He has written a book called "In the Shadow of a Legend," Dilip Kumar. So please tune in tomorrow, and
Monday no episode.
Why?
Monday no episode because of Independence Day. We are also celebrating our independence.
You're not allowed to work. You're not allowed to. Bank holiday also. Good to think with the bank first. Yeah.
I did think bank holiday first.
And please put up your DP, of
Mera Bharat Maan. Yes, of Meghnad with the Tiranga on his mouth. That's the picture we have to put.
You can put your SpiceJet ticket to show that you actually flown on time and all that. So we all know you're safe.
This is a miracle. It's a national day of celebration.
Ooh, all right.
All right. Thank you so much, guys.
Bye, guys.
See you soon.
Okay, catch us on any of the podcasting apps, please. We beg you, we need you. Send us your questions on Twitter on Cyrus Says In, or you can email us, even if you're not female, on whatcyrussays@gmail.com.